All right, here we are. We rented our car and we're on our way.
Won't you give?
Hello, we're here on Jeju-do, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about getting a driver's license. When I first came to Korea, I wanted to get a driver's license, but I didn't know if it was better to get like an actual Korean driver's license or an international driver's license, or I didn't know what the best way to go was. And so I looked into it, quite a bit. Finally, what I decided to do was just to get a Korean driver's license. And the reason why I did that is because, number one, it's relatively easy, and number two is the research. Based on what I found, there's like 44 or something other countries that will accept a Korean driver's license, that will allow you to drive in that country. So a lot of, European countries, I think there was, if I remember right, there was 44 countries that would accept a Korean driver's license. So essentially, you get a Korean driver's license, you can drive, pretty just about anywhere you want to go. So that's what I decided to do, is to get a Korean driver's license. So what I did is I just went into the the driver's license center. I think every town or area or whatever you call them has their own driver's license office. So I just went in there. I think the total cost was around 20,000 won, about 20 bucks. And I had to take a little eye test. I had to take a physical test, and basically all that amounted to was that the lady told me to put my arms straight out and do one little squat just to make sure I could move my legs. So that wasn't too big of a deal. When you get your Korean driver's license, you have to give them your original driver's license, like the one from your home country or whatever. You give the driver's license office your driver's license, and then they give you your Korean driver's license. And then if you want to go home or whatever, or if when you leave the country, you can go in there and get it exchanged, or you can just hang on to your Korean driver's license and go home and get another one, whatever. And also you're gonna need your passport, and like I said, I think it costs about maybe 20 bucks, not more than that. So pretty easy process. I think probably the most tricky part was that I had to take a written test, right? Of the driving rules of Korea. And the test was in English. It was very poorly translated, so it was really tricky. The trickiest part about the test was just the poor translation, to be honest. But if you've been driving at all in your life, if you know how to operate a car, if you know what the no parking sign, if you know what that is in Korean, and just a couple of other really basic signs, you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, it's just really basic, how to drive a car and what to do in certain situations. So if you know how to drive a car, at all, and you just know a couple of the basic Korean road signs, you should be able to pass the test pretty easily. I didn't study at all. And like I said, I think the trickiest part was just the poor translation, because it was tricky to figure out exactly what they were talking about. But so anyways, yeah, relatively easy process. And like I said, based on what I found, there's many other countries around the world where you can use it. So as far as getting a driver's license in Korea, that's what I decided to do, and we're really happy that we did it. We're here on Jeju-do, and we've driven all around the island. We've driven the complete circle all around the island, and we used just over half a tank of gas. So, as far as driving in Korea, I think it's definitely worth it to get a Korean driver's license. If you're going to be driving in Seoul or a major city, that might be a little bit more complicated in terms of like traffic. You know, the traffic here on Jeju-do is really not that bad. The roads here are nice and wide. You know, the speed limits are reasonable. So, you know, if you're gonna be driving like in the middle of Seoul or something, you know, that might take a little bit of practice. You might have to be a little more brave to do that. But the other thing that I would, you know, suggest about driving in Seoul, like if you're gonna rent a car or something like that, you're definitely gonna want a navigation, because the navigation makes it real nice. You can just punch in where you're going and hit go, no big deal. The worst part about it is that it doesn't stop talking in Korean. I don't know what the heck it's talking about, but it's pretty easy to just follow the directions. So that's my recommendation on driving in Korea, is get a Korean driver's license. It's worth it. Have a great day.
Well, this truck's in front of us, and he's carrying a lot of cabbage.
Won't you get